Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Rafaela and I travel the world full-time while making money as a travel content creator. And I share my life as a digital nomad, ways of how to make money online, my travel adventures, and much more. I'm currently here in Brazil at home filming this video, but in a week I'm gonna go to my next destination, which I'm super excited about. I'm gonna go to a place in South America. Try to guess in the comments where I'm going to. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna talk about how to stay healthy while traveling full-time. A few weeks ago, I made a video talking about the downsides of being a digital nomad and the mental health issues that it can bring. But again, I said in that video, it's not for you to stop from being one. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop from being one. But if you do a few things and you follow a few tips that I'm gonna talk about in this video, you'll be able to stay healthy and have a better lifestyle as a digital nomad. And I'm gonna list all the tips that I'm gonna talk about in this video. The first one will be about how to have a good routine in terms of eating habits, working out, and working. The second one will be about how to avoid loneliness and how to have a community. Third is how to plan your trips and to avoid anxiety. It's how to avoid FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. Okay, so let's start with the first one. For you to have good eating habits while traveling, best tip is for you to always book places with a kitchen, an Airbnb, or if you go to a hostel, make sure that there is a kitchen, because like this you can always cook your own meals. For me, it works so well. I always recommend you to do groceries instead of eating out all the time and always going out to restaurants and trying different things. In the beginning it's gonna be awesome, but then your body is gonna ask for some sort of routine. If you want to work from a cafe like I do, try to look for places that have healthy options, nice options of salads, fruit bowls, and there are a lot of cafes nowadays that offer really healthy options. Second of all, how to keep your working out routine. I think this is the most difficult one, to be honest, because when you're traveling fast, it's hard for you to know where the gym is. It's hard for you to even think about going to the gym. You're always thinking of the next destination. A very important tip for you to have a good working out routine is for you not to travel too fast. Try to stay at least from 1 to 2 months, in my opinion from 2 to 3, and the first thing you do is to get your subscription in a gym. Otherwise you're not gonna do it. Believe me, look at all the black swan behind me. Oh, it's so pretty here. So you need a lot of discipline for you to keep a good working out routine while traveling. Is before you go to a place, go to the Google Maps and try to find a near gym that is near the groceries, nice cafes to work, and near a gym. Like this, it's gonna be much easier for you to be able to keep that routine. Or you could also look for places that have a gym, that if you don't want to pay extra for a gym, if you're not that much into the gym, but you want to be healthier, you want to have a healthier lifestyle, look for activities, yoga classes, surfing lessons, hiking groups, look for this kind of things. And if you are in a digital nomad hub, that's going to be much easier because the digital nomad groups, they usually organize group activities. And about working routine, you want to have some sort of freedom, but you also need some sort of routine, a schedule. I try to work always from a set time, let's say from 10 to 3, and in days that I want to do something different, in days that I want to take a day off or that I want to go exploring in the morning, I change it. But I usually try to have like a set time for me to work, and that helps me a lot. That helps me to be more productive. That always look for places that have a quiet place for you to work, that they have a desk or a co-working space. Other digital nomads will be there, so you're not in a hostel, in a party hostel, struggling to find some silence for you to work. So to summarize this first point, basically try to book a place with a kitchen, with a good and quiet working space, or near cafes that will have that, with a gym or near a gym. Now let's go to point number 2 on how to avoid loneliness and how to find a community as a digital nomad. As everyone knows, for you to have a healthy lifestyle, you would need a community and you need to feel like you're part of something. And sometimes sometimes as a digital nomad, you can really struggle with that and you can feel lonely. Before getting into this topic, something that really helped me to go through all these problems was therapy. Therapy really helped me a lot to go through everything. And because of that, I want to thank today's sponsor, which is BetterHelp. They are a platform with online therapy sessions, perfect for people like us, digital nomads who are constantly traveling and we need someone to help us to deal with our problems. They make therapy more accessible and also remote, which is perfect for us. I'm gonna put my link here in the description with 10% off on your first month, and I really recommend you to get into the therapy world. Anyone can really benefit from therapy, and it's really gonna help you as a digital nomad to have a healthier lifestyle. So really check the link in the description, and thank you again BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Okay, so now let's talk about how to deal with the loneliness and how to avoid that. Is to travel slow and to make a community and to really connect with people in the destinations you go. If you travel fast, you're always going to be meeting people, very temporary connections. In the beginning, it's all beautiful, it's all fun, but when you have a bad day or when you want to just talk to someone that really will understand you or will be there, you're gonna miss it. Second of all is for you to look for destinations that you either already know people or that are digital nomad hubs, that you know that you're gonna be able to connect with the community and have people that do the same thing, that understand your lifestyle, and really look for deeper connections and not only the temporary backpackers, travelers connections. There are a lot of online groups with digital nomads of, like, for example, digital nomads in Bali, digital nomads in Bangkok, Bulgaria. You can find these groups on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. You can find pages of digital nomads of the communities in these places, and they usually organize events and meetups. I think that's something that you need to put as a priority as a digital nomad. These digital nomad communities, they often organize conferences, and they are worldwide conferences that people from all over the world go as digital nomads, and they meet each other, they exchange their experiences, and that's very important for you to feel like you're part of something. You start lacking the feeling like you belong to somewhere, and if you have a community that people understand you and that people can exchange what they're going through, you're not gonna feel that, or it's gonna make it better. About the third point is how to avoid anxiety and how to plan your trips. I feel like a lot of digital nomads, including myself, planning trips is always a thing that you need to do as a digital nomad, and the amount of time that you use for that is absurd. Like sometimes you just need to work, but you book your next Airbnb, you need to do some research on the next destination, you need to understand how the flights are gonna be, you need to look for the best flights. That's a lot of information that you constantly need to be looking for, and that's very tiring. Sometimes that's very overwhelming. And again, my tip number one for this is to travel slow. I don't want to be repetitive about this, but I think if I had videos like this before I started my digital nomad life, I could have enjoyed better and I could have struggled less, you know. If you're starting your digital nomad life, I hope this video really helps you to have a better life and to have a healthier and more fulfilling life. Second tip is to make a schedule in a day. Okay, today I'm gonna decide the flight, the place that I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna do all the research, and don't leave that to last minute. Okay, I know that our lifestyle gives us the freedom of the spontaneity of making decisions last minute, but don't do it too much. You know, it's beautiful to have the possibility of doing that and have the spontaneity to do that, but I think the more organization you have and the more schedule you have, the less overwhelmed you're gonna be. You do a full day to make sure you already know all these things so you don't feel overwhelmed and you don't leave it for the last minute. So I think this is the best tip for you to avoid anxiety for the next move in this lifestyle. Let's go to tip number 4 is how to avoid the fear of missing out, which is also known as FOMO. This is also very common in the digital nomad life. You also meet a lot of travelers that are on holidays and they have all the free time in the world and they are living so intensely and doing amazing activities all the time. You feel like you're missing out because you have to work and you are in a beautiful place. So you're gonna feel a lot like you're missing out in the beginning mainly. And a way for you to avoid that and a way for you to make that better and to feel healthier is to look for places that will have other digital nomads. If you're surrounded by other digital nomads, you're not gonna feel like you're doing something, like you're missing out on something, because all the other people are also going to have to work and they will also be in a beautiful place having to work, and you won't feel alone. You're working full time and obviously you won't be able to do as much as they can, but so I think for you to avoid that feeling is to book places where you will have people that understand your lifestyle. Airbnbs, better than hostels, will give you a sense of home, and then you will have, as I said, your own kitchen, your own space, and that will be your home. You know, I think it's for digital nomads, we miss the feeling of home. We always say, yeah, home is within ourselves, but I think it's important for us to have some sort of really like physical home. And I think in having an Airbnb with a proper place to work, with a nice kitchen, will really give you that feeling. And to avoid the experience numb that I really talked about on the other video, if you want to see in more depth, you can go back to that one. But it's basically that digital nomads get used to experiencing life in such an intense and constant way that beautiful experiences to people who have been traveling for so long become very normal experiences, and people become numb to experiences that you shouldn't be numb. You know, you should be excited about these things, and one way for you to avoid that is to take this lifestyle and understand this lifestyle as a normal thing. You're not on holidays. If you take this lifestyle as holidays and you do that for years, obviously the activities of a holiday won't feel as interesting anymore. So try to have a normal lifestyle. Okay, it must be boring sometimes, but boring things are important in our life, and having times and having schedules in the long run, you're gonna see that it will really help you, instead of just like doing everything in a rush and trying to experience and do all the activities you want to do. That's gonna really make you tired, overwhelmed. A lot of people give up on this lifestyle because they get tired. But honestly, the people who get tired, either they just want to go back home or they found a place for themselves, and that's awesome. Like, I'm looking for the place that I can call home, and I'm in the search for this place. Come back to my next videos and there might be some news to this. But most people who give up on this lifestyle is because they didn't like it and they felt overwhelmed all the time. But it's because most of them really tried a vacation holiday life instead of a working normal life. But yeah, basically this is all for you to have a healthier lifestyle as a digital nomad. This is the tips that I would give you. Do therapy, as I said. Again, my partner for this video is BetterHelp. My link is gonna be in the description. Therapy is really helpful, and I do it myself for 3 years already. So I really recommend to do it in any kind of lifestyle that you have, but because BetterHelp has the remote option, it's perfect for a digital nomad. So really check the link out. The past videos, I was trying to make some more of like educational videos on the digital nomad life, but as I said, I'm going back to adventuring myself. I'm gonna take you guys to incredible destinations, and I really want to share my life from closer. If you want to see more of my life as a digital nomad exploring beautiful places, come back and see you in my next video. Thank you.